Hello, guys.
Hi, guys.
Good morning.
Ginger's still here.
I'm seeing an RAF cigar on Stefan's desk.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Hey, James, how you feeling?
Yeah, pretty rough, but I'm okay.
Really?
He sounds
yeah,
like
so-
Joe Cocker now.
yeah, not great. So, I think we're live. I'm not 100% certain because we are effectively streaming twice.
Yeah.
At the same time. So we got 15 people coming over. So I guess we can. We've never done it before, so it's all new. So yeah, no worries. Sorry, I'm getting messages and all sorts. So a massive thank you to the Australian contingent.
Yeah.
I know you guys are going to come in the chat anyway, and all the rest. So, but we've just raised just a very quick, got my fingers and toes, around about 1,200 Australian dollars in the auction.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
So, the Australian auction I was a little bit nervous about. So, thank you everyone for being involved. I'm now going to hand over to Miranda because, as you can hear, my voice is not good enough, and I don't want everyone to hurt their ear holes. But a massive thank you to everybody. And I'm sure Steph will drop in a second and give you a bit more of an update on what's just happened.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, great.
thanks, James.
Good morning, all.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
How's everyone doing?
Good. Good.
Sounds
Building,
positive.
building.
Sounds positive. Are you all awake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good
morning, 1 p.m. down here in Australia. Oh, well, certainly like Eastern Standard Time. So, hello to everyone around the world.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hey, John, how you doing, fella?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Good. How's that back of yours? You looking after it?
The what, sorry?
Your back, how's it doing? Are you looking after it?
I can feel it. It's still there. Yeah.
Do your physio, man. Do your physio.
I shall do, yeah. I'm getting there, mate. It's all good. Thanks.
Good. I saw you with a glass of...
Oh, my God. I'm talking to Gary.
Yeah. Come on. Stop that. I'll start charging. I saw you with a glass of Australian painkiller earlier. What was it? The red one?
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
It's the cheapest crap Aldi you can get. It's yeah. Usually I drink a little bit, highbrow, but I'm down in the gutter this weekend.
You don't do that over there, surely?
No, nobody drinks over here. All good.
Nah.
Hey, I'd finished my build. We finished about an hour and a half ago. Would you like to see it?
Oh,
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Right.
So I know you were conflicted about which one to build, whether this or another kit.
So there we are. So this is the Super Marine
nice.
from AMP. So
Nice job, man.
it was a bit of a, I wouldn't say a bit of a bugger. It was a difficult kit, a challenging build, to quote Gary from his Valiant video. 130 times, I think. But it's come up all right. I'm quite happy with it. So it looks like an S5, if that makes sense. It's there's a couple of things I could have done. I probably couldn't have done better. So
I'll do that.
see, there's a strut there that joining the two floats,
Yeah.
and that's not in line with the leading edge of the wing and stuff like that. But it's pretty bloody good. I am happy with it, and it's been an absolute.
What have you used for the struts and the bracing?
It came with PE in the kit.
Oh, right. Oh boy. Oh, good.
I don't have any left, really, but if you could see.
My favourite.
Let's see, hold up. Oh, in front of the instructions there. So that's all that's left of it. So
All right. Yeah.
tiny bits of brass in there.
Okay.
I should say. That you just trim out. And they took hours to fit there because I was holding my tongue in the wrong direction. And you can understand that with the floats and the angle of the braces, the pylons to support the struts, there was no strength at all until we got the bracing intact there. So it was a bit of a difficult build, but I think it's turned out all right. And apart from that, I've also built a little wooden base for it. So,
Oh, cool.
You could make it a cart if you want.
I could stick that in there like that, as you can see.
Already. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some lines on the float. Oh, the camera's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You see the white lines, and so I've built the. As you can see in the background, I've got the Bible for it. So I use that as a bit of a thing. So there we are. So that's my build. Done.
Nice job, man.
And it was so much fun this weekend. I love it.
Yeah. We're still having a lot of fun ahead. So you did a great job, John.
Thank you very much, Stefan. Yeah, Lancaster's looking fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard you get some donations too in Australia.
So if you don't know, I want to start an Australian charity like Models for Heroes. I think we don't have an equivalent here, and I really see its worth of its value. I'm ex-military myself. In fact, I've only been out about, it was the end of November last year that I was medically discharged with spinal injury, and I've struggled in the last couple of years with my mental health because of the pain that I was in, as well as the forces pretty much saying, you're not keeping up with your mates, you're not walking with purpose, and all that sort of stuff. And I went from loving the game and deploying and doing whatever you can to help other people, to feeling pretty much worthless. Like, that's my life over. So I see its worth and its value, and I want to help people in Australia. And I've lost a couple of mates in the last couple of years that are ex-military as well. And I want to do what I can to help people. So I'm very passionate about what Malcolm Childs has been able to achieve over in the UK, plus all of his volunteers. Steph and James and everyone has seen the effect that this weekend has had around the globe. I think it's an amazing, and every year it's going to be bigger and better. And I think it's every year I think James he's got to hats off to him. He's going to have to be gobsmacked with how everyone has embraced this. And I think it's a wonderful thing to be part of. And I'm stoked. I'm not. Like most of the people here, I'm not a content provider. I don't have a YouTube channel or Facebook. I do have a Facebook page, the Scale Modeling Twins, if you're interested. But I don't have a schedule or whatever. I do this because I love the hobby, and I know its value, because there was a day that I was looking for a tree to take myself out with. And I want to make sure no one feels like that again.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're here for, buddy.
Yeah, we're here for you, mate. All the time.
So I'm looking at, it's early days yet, but I'm looking at starting here. And the working title I've got for it is Piece by Piece, which is led very heavily, in fact, totally plagiarized from a YouTube video that Malcolm and Models for Heroes have put out on YouTube. So I'm not here to get support or whatever, but I cannot believe the generosity of the community that's around us. I've had people from around the planet offer things that I'm not even asking for anything, and people are putting their hand out to help. I have nothing to show for it yet, and I don't want to disappoint people, but I am just phenomenally touched by the generosity of people around the planet.
Take a breather, mate. Grab a coffee.
Why have a coffee when you could have wine?
Good point. I like that man up in the centre.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, John, it's absolutely worth all the effort. I see it here myself in the Netherlands with Scale Models for Vets. It brings a lot of energy to myself. I'm also a veteran with PTSD. And what I see when I give a veteran who can't afford a a model kit and I gave it to them, the energy they get from that, you get the energy also, and it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Yeah.
Well, you and Miranda are among my long list of heroes. So well done to everything you do over there to help, everyone. And as I've said before, I don't believe you need to be a veteran to understand how crippling sort of these conditions can be. I had no mental health issues until my back went, and with increase in pain, I found a decrease in mood, and it's been a tough couple of years. And this helping, tuning, and I wouldn't say helping, sorry, tuning into social media around the world, whether it be on YouTube, Facebook, everything that everybody does in this, that they may not understand the impact they have, but I honestly think that you guys are helping keeping people vertical, and I'm again touched by the generosity of the skull modeling community.
Yeah.
You're so welcome, John.
So
That's why we're here, mate.
I'm an active firefighter, but I used to be military myself. I was forced to stop because also a spinal
Sorry,
issue.
who's stop? Is this Dominic?
No, it's Dieter.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay.
So I'm still an active firefighter. I'm an officer right now, and that allows me to at least continue for a few more years. But when it comes to the mental issues, Stefan and Miranda know a bit more about it, so I'm not going to go into much detail. But yeah, it's with people like this, with organizations like this, with initiatives like this, you can come together, you can share your stories and see, hey, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I have people that that want to listen to me, but also that I can have people that need to listen to them and enjoy it. And at the same time, have a great hobby to keep yourself not only occupied, but also inspired.
Oh, it's a cracker of a hobby.
Yeah. And I can tell this. I was divorced in 2018. The consequences are still reeling through my life, unfortunately. And thanks to Scale Models for Vets and Model Officers Mess and Models for Heroes in particular, and the fact that I didn't give up my hobby, it definitely got me going, gave me a whole lot of strength. And I'm still seeing that every day, that so many people still need that. And I'm happy that I can help with that as well. So, John, definitely go for it.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Okay. Just saw the end of almost the end of the Australian session. And I would thank Jason and Braden for their generosity. It gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
You're heroes.
It was better than Porn. That was fantastic.
Yeah, there's no word.
I don't know what you're watching. I've seen the Dutch channels for research, and that's how come I got 11 kids.
Yeah. Great thanks to you guys.
My pleasure. This has just been amazing. Again, to James and the whole team, to everybody across the world that's participated in this, you are just amazing people, and it's why I do what I do.
Yeah.
One life, just one life is saved. What's it worth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world.
Absolutely.
The world. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just so I can borrow your time for a sec, I think Steph I was promised on Friday night I was going to do the walkthrough of how Outlaw Paints are made. We've got the camera set up there now, so I don't know if we've got time or if you've got time, I can get off the stream and put it back on the camera on the phone up there, so you guys can actually see how it's actually made.
Oh yeah.
Oh
sure.
yeah, great.
So you just let me know when it's ready, and I'll give me 5 minutes. I'll whip up there, log back on, and you let me know when you guys are ready.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
yeah.
sure. Let's do a round first where everybody now is with their skill model. And first we go to Dieter.
Well, I continued building until somewhere after midnight so that I could get to the undercarriage.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just turn this around, and I hope that the bay doors keep stuck. Yes, they do. And as you can see, she's having her main wheels. She has having her nose strut, which also comes with a panel that has a decal on it. So I'm now doing the final touches to complete the aircraft, and then go through the decals, which are way smaller than these two big ones. So it should not take me that long to finish this anymore. But what I'm particularly proud of is the advice that I got from you guys to actually make the burner look like burner cans, even on the inside. I'm really happy with that little tip, and it gives my aircraft so much more of authenticity. So yeah.
Nice. It's looking good, Dieter.
Thank you.
Let's go to the next one.
Don't know if Carl is available now.
No, he's still taking coffee.
Yeah, okay.
Dominic.
Let's go to Dominic.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was yesterday in the early afternoon. I was finished, and I make a little stand, and the color. I am really happy with the color. The decals are really nice. What I now do, you have here a little bit details, little bit panel lines. I go make a little wash from acrylic paints. Normally I use oil paints, but now I try it with acrylics and let a little bit panel lines coming up.
Nice.
That's my plan for today. And paint the little stand. Only what I want. Only the... Oh, wait. This piece. I make this one black. And the stand, I make it white. And then I hope I can fix a couple of decals from Models for Heroes. And then I want here a decal from Models for Heroes.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, that is the plan for today.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Let's go to Gary.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hi, Gary.
Hi. Right, so Panther is primed. Started, done the undercarriage bays in interior green, done the inside of the doors. Just doing the inside of the air brakes at the moment. Wheels are painted. Got the undercarriage struts to do. And I was panicking, actually, because on the decal sheet here, you got these stars and bars decals. And I was thinking, oh, God, those are just such the wrong colour. They're really way too pale blue. And so, oh, my God, am I going to be able to get some proper ones in time? And of course, if I actually bothered looking on the decal sheet, I see here there's some white and red and a white star and some more white and red. They've already thought of that. So you paint the whole thing dark blue and you put those on, and that's how they did it back in the day. So I was panicking about that. Don't have to panic anymore.
Okay.
Gary, it's funny. I had the same thing with my 172nd aircraft.
Yeah. It's, you know, I should just look at the damn thing a bit better in future. You know, I do this for a living, and you know, I do this for a living. Box openings and having a look at the decal sheets and having a look at the print quality and the registration and all that. I need to sort of stand back occasionally, and just look at what actual decals they supply, and not panic about these things, and realize these guys actually probably did know what they were doing because it started off as a monogram kit. So yeah, that's so. I'm very confident this will be finished. It's one color. It's all US Navy dark blue. There's a few panel lines I can pick out. Most of the actual panel lines are raised, so I might try a little bit of pencil on them just to bring out some of those. But yeah, it's looking good. I'm really happy with the cockpit interior, but you can't see that at the moment because it's all masked off. But very happy. Going good.
Nice. It's a nice model, Gary.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go to the Plastic Alchemist.
Good morning, all, and sorry for my delay. Before and foremost, so it's primed, has been pre-shaded.
Wow.
And now waiting for.
Wow.
That's a lot of pre-shading.
Has to be that. So I'm debating if I should drill the exhausts or not. So as you can see, they are just a solid block. So I'm wondering if I should drill the openings or not. But safe to say, it's not going to be finished on time, but we'll be close to finish. So probably tomorrow or Tuesday we'll be done. And that's what I'm standing at the moment.
That is sensational.
That's a beautiful job, man.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Outstanding.
Unbelievable.
Outstanding. Okay, let's go to Mel.
I want to file a complaint with the organising committee.
Why?
I was pretty damn sure, that when I signed up for this, I made it clear Mel's face does not go on camera in the AM.
Nobody told you you had to.
Is this in the morning?
We missed that note.
I need my
Almost afternoon.
Hello, folks.
Yeah.
I'm being powered by coffee, and as you can see, I'm not actually working on anything. Yeah, because I'm at home. Yeah, I normally wait in this sort of time of the year. Yeah, my studios, they're inside an old pottery factory, which is basically a concrete warehouse that's been designed to let the heat out. Yeah. Now, with it being a large concrete building, it's incredibly good at holding the cold in, which normally means I don't hit the studio until at least like 12. Yeah, I'll let it warm up first. Yeah, so this morning we're at home because I've got to let it warm up. Yeah, my camera's not white balanced, so I look like an orange. Nice. Yeah, and basically I'm just pottering, doing my admin at the minute. Yeah,
but it's all for charity. It's all for charity, Mel. Live with the orange. It's all for charity, mate.
Yeah, I'm tango. Completely tango.
You look
now,
like
ironically, yeah, I'm actually surrounded by tons of models. They're on all my shelves. Yeah, so I can show you some models. Yeah, unfortunately,
you home, right?
Because we colour balance it off. But yeah, just to prove that I do what you call it, proper modelling.
Oh, that's cool.
Number.
Nice.
Yeah, and I get you. Since I've got such a good reaction, I'm going to get another. It's always a bit wary pulling my models out in front of you lot. Terrain, fine. Models, yeah, I'll keep those under the desk. Yeah. How it's
nice.
Come on, focus.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Fire off. Yes.
I think Aussies.
Hey.
It's kind of like one of those cryptic things where you've got to try and figure out where to hold it. You'd think after 10 years of doing this, I'd at least have an idea, wouldn't you? But yeah, that's my Chindits. Yeah, and therefore my Burma build, which anyone who knows me well will know well. And looking in the comments, half the commenters know me well because it looks like it's off my regular crowd. I've seen Ben, Atoll, Rusted. I've seen a few others as well. Anfield. See, they're all in. And they know not to wake me in the morning.
So, Mel, I don't know you. I don't think I've met you or seen you before today. How do I find you?
Oh, dead easy, mate. Here, I'll get you a little indicator.
Mel looks like he's an Englishman that's visited Australia in summer.
Shameless promotion.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There you go. Look that up.
Oh.
There's a book and everything. I'm legit.
Nice.
Yeah, the published author.
Surprised me as well.
Now I want to sign copy.
Took a book to Kickstarter. 5,500 people decided they wanted a copy, and then they realised, damn, I've got to write a book. 90,000 words, 550 step-by-step photos.
Wow.
Well done, mate.
Well, good. Well done, man.
The crazy thing is, yeah, I almost broke my publisher because I wrote 160,000.
Wow, good on you.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Ah, well, it ticks along and it does well. Yeah.
Are you coming to Australia?
I'll definitely look you up. I'm sorry to be so ignorant, but yeah.
No, I'm a bit like one of those things that you either know me or you've got no idea of me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you either know me or you bloody well should.
Yeah.
Are you coming to Australia?
Really weird situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, because I get looked at weirdly in public. Yeah, you know, you get that sort of look where someone's looking across and they're like, you know, do I know him from somewhere?
Oh,
Especially by the armored police.
Yeah. Well, the issue is, you know, normally that wouldn't be a problem. But when people look at you like that in Stoke, it's normally trouble. Yeah, you know, it's like, hey, I don't know if I'm in my hometown, people looking like that. I don't know if they're going to try and come up and like whether they want to hit me or have a selfie.
Yeah. Nickel is saying that he's looking for a copy of that book in secondhand stores. He's a bit of a tight git from Scotland. Is there anybody who isn't that type from Scotland? I don't know.
I would imagine eBay would be the best place to get secondhand copies. But personally, I cannot understand why any single person on this planet would want to give away a copy or even sell a copy once they got it.
Wow.
You would be surprised.
Oh, that's fine talk.
Yeah.
Come over, Stoke. No, it does do well, and it's around and that sort of stuff. And I'm doing a book signing in May at Warlord Games, which is going to be good. Yeah. So, but yeah, mate, that's me. I'm the terrain shooter. I've been about for a while. I just sort of like go under the radar, kind of.
Okay. Let's go to Carl. He's back in the studio. We had some coffee, I think.
Wow.
Good morning. Yeah, I was in the spray booth as you started coming around, so forgive me for that. So where am I? We've got the primary colour down on the M4. So there is some dental pre-shading in there. It's difficult to see on this camera, but that's everything painted. And we are here with the base. This is now all dry. So now we can start adding some static grass, some ground scatter, some bushes, things like that. So
now
yeah, coming along.
Great. Let's take a look at this desk. Miranda is quite far with her figure. Still has some paint work to do, but
a lot of paint work to do.
She's going well. Yeah, she's going well, and
it's not focusing. No.
I can tell you if you see the pictures, it's beautiful.
Yeah, there are some new pictures in the sit rep. So
yeah. And on this side, Dieter told at the beginning he saw a cigar. And yes.
And it's definitely a British one now.
No, it is a Canadian. It's the Piccadilly Princess. And this one was flown by Canadian pilots.
Well, I didn't see the nose art yet, so.
And I've almost finished this section. The tail.
Looking good.
The camouflage scheme is not that good.
Yeah, but you can see it.
See? And of course there are two fill sections. I had some work done with the turret, the upper turret, front and back. The wheels are glued together so I can prime them. And last but not least, I have, oh wow, this is one wing section. I have two wing sections. They're both ready with gluing, so I can prime this. And I can tell you the wing sections were a total nightmare. A lot of gaps. The fitting was not that good, what I expect from Tamiya. But yeah, we got to do with it. So I got a lot of priming and paint work to do. That's it for here. Let's get through some comments now. We got Facebook user, good morning, bashes. Dog walked, decals applied already today on my Temi Firefly. Ready and about to roll with detail painting and weathering. David Farrell in Harwell, Oxfordshire. Crazy Locker, he's singing along with the tunes, I think. Mm-hmm. Russell Beetle, way too early to be this early in this morning. I think just like Mel. Harry Marwick is also singing with the tunes. And Crazy Locker, he says, you're alive. Yeah, that was true. Dieter says, part 12, good morning, Western Europe. Miracle Paint Masks, hi guys. And we have Han Hendriksen. I think he's from the Netherlands. Thank all you guys. John Mayfield, morning all. Jeffers Models, too early, but I'm in here. LOL. Miracle Paint Masks. I got the decals on the Tamiya Humber Mark IV before breakfast, and I'm just waiting for them to settle. Then I'll give them a gloss coat. Crazy Locker, he says it was 0500 Eastern US. Now it's 0600 Eastern.
Yeah.
Model officer, I'm in the chat. Rest my voice. Love to you all. Wafu Dave, morning all. Hope all going well. Plastic Alchemist, morning at Jeffers Models. And all the others in the chat.
Hey, PA, thanks for something, mate.
I'm gonna step out for about 15 minutes. I got a breakfast call with my parents who live in France. I'll be back when that's done.
Okay, see you later. Don Pedro is in the show. He says, looking good, John Marley.
Thanks. I'm eating dinner, so I'm just popping out. But thank you, Don.
Yeah.
Okay, have a great dinner.
Have a great dinner.
Have a great day, bud.
Too boldly goes Model Works. Hi all. Jeffers Model says at Plastic Alchemist, hey mate. And Crazy Locker says Gary loves PE almost as much as 172 seconds stencils.
Oh yeah.
Man,
just love photo etch. You know, if the Phantom I'm going to do had even more photo etch and even more stencils, I'd just be so happy.
Yeah.
Not.
Crazy Locker says morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Person turquoise waving.
Well, guys, if you're ready, I'll log off here. In about 5 minutes, I'll jump back on and I'll show you how Outlaw Paints is actually made.
Yeah, great. I hope we've done the comments so far.
Yep. And that's my little 110 Edward cockpit so far.
Oh,
it's good.
Moment.
Hang on. Oh, get in there, you bugger. It's terrible light.
Yeah, it's not going to autofocus.
There we go. No.
Yeah.
Looking good.
And make sure you stay tuned because we're doing something with the auction that isn't expected. So hold on to your butts.
No, you are not going to do that.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Stay tuned. That's all I'm going to say. Stay tuned.
See you in 5, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
see you.
See you 5, Jason. Have a good one, mate.
Folks, just to make you aware, when Jason's going to do this tour, I am going to record on StreamYard, so we have a copy of it. So hopefully we can get it shared out there and make people aware of what's going on with Outlaw Paints.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miranda,
Yeah.
if anybody wants to come into the chat and I'm taking up space, just tell me to go. There's no offense, but this is not an Australian thing, and I understand I'm very much a guest here.
We don't have any people waiting right now, so it's up to you if you want to stay or not.
Oh, I want to stay, but I'll be the first to
Then
go.
definitely do that.
Yeah,
So
great.
we will let
Well,
you
we've
know.
got 3 spare slots. The room can take 10 people, so we can fit 3 more people in before anyone has to leave.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Yeah.
Keep drinking, dude. Keep drinking. Let's go.
Gary was asking what turgid crap I was drinking before this. This is Australia Soft Dry Red. 5 litres because it's cheap as chips. So why not?
That's the trick, John. That's the main thing.
Okay.
Mate, I remember the first Australian wines coming over here. They sold at odd bins, and they had 2. There's a red one called Kanga Rouge, and there's a white called Bombay Bleach, and that was it for some years.
That sounds like the Monty Python skit. No, I mean, Australian wines, some of them are so good, like the Barossa Valley down in South Australia, where I used to live when I was on the Orion aircraft. Incredible food and wine from that region, and that was really good. And there's incredible, like around the planet, there's wineries popping up everywhere. And we've got some incredible, not only wines, but beers and all that sort of stuff, like every other country. But yeah, Australian stuff, it's really good. I just tend to get the cheap crap.
There's some great Pinot Noir coming out from like Adelaide Hills and places like that at the moment. Some outstanding wines coming from there.
So I lived about 5 minutes from the Adelaide Hills. In fact, they shouldn't call it hills because it's just one hill and it's just one line. It's like a Toblerone, but no ridges, just one straight sort of ridge, if you like.
Yeah, we keep trying to think of doing like the bucket trip to Australia, and we keep thinking, right, we'll fly to Darwin, then do the Ghan straight all the way down to Adelaide. Yeah, one of the things you do whilst we're over there.
Well, if you ever come past Newcastle, I'd like to see you. I'll buy you a beer. Maybe
that's fair enough. I'll book it now then, mate. See you for opening time.
It'll be one of those cheap Aldi beers, but whatever.
That'll do.
So back to the comments before the Outlaw Paints come in again.
Boldly goes Models Work. Hi, Crazy, you're still alive? Miracle Paint Mask, good morning, bro. Ethel McNichol, morning, Mel.
Morning.
And I think we have Outlaw Paints back in the studio.
Yeah. We will go to him first.
Yeah, we go to him first, and then we come back to the comments. We have a lot of comments in hold, so just a second.
We will go back to that later.
Yeah.
So. Hey guys.
Hi, welcome.
Okay, well, first up, we're going to get Braden to show you exactly how Azure Blue, so the American Azure Blue, rightio, that's the label for it. Now, these haven't been released. Where are we? Is made. Rightio, so we're going to put the camera over and I'll let Braden take you through this, and then I'll give you a quick little walk around of what's in this amazing paint. So here we go. Yeah, mate, I'll let you take over, say hello to the world. Can you see what's up there?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be drinking coffee, so I can still stay awake.
Righto, hello world. Bear with me for a sec. I'll load the formula up.
Tell me how you get to the formula, like we do the research and that.
I'm sure.
Okay, well, while Braden's firing up the magic machine, so to get these colours, we look around, as I said, and we go through all our reference material. We look at what this colour was used on, whether it's aircraft, military, plane, armour, ship, and all the colour swatches. And then we go deeper, and the amount of spray outs would have to be 20 to 30 minimum before we get it sprayed enough so we get the perfect. Nothing leaves our business here that isn't historically accurate. So Braden's got it fired up, and I'll let him do what he does.
All right, so basically it's all pretty basic, all runs off weight. It's all liquid pigment. Okay, this is how it is done. We're only doing a tiny batch here. We're only going for 50 mils, just so you get an idea of what I do.
Black paint.
He likes to think he does. So obviously that's just white. We're moving on to a blue now. On to a violet. Last of all, onto some black. See, we got to get it right down to the gram, just so every batch is consistent. Actually, let me rephrase that. Right down to 0.1 of a gram. Now, let's see if I can get this. Yeah. There we go. Now, we'll add our thinner in. Got every batch nutted out right down to the gram when it comes to thinner. You'll notice with our range that some colours are actually a little bit thicker. There is actually a reason for it. Because ideally, you'll actually get better coverage. Some colours won't spray out as good. That's it. So you up the pigment just that little bit more, the ultimate coverage. Because at the end of the day, it's going to save you guys money. Yes, it is.
Well, you're right, but no, because I'm out here.
Righto. Every batch we do gets strained. There's nothing worse than spraying and a big chunk of crap comes out your airbrush and ruins that paint job. Obviously, we do this on much larger scales, but this is just to give you guys an idea. There is machinery for this, but I'm going to do it by hand. All labels are printed in-house. All my own artwork. There we go. Easy as that.
So there you go, guys. There's a bottle of Azure Blue. Accurate, as you see, the amount of pigment that goes into each bottle. So you get yourself leveling. So I'll somehow, hang on.
Idea. That's how much pigment we carry.
Wow.
Now compare that to other brands.
Wow.
That's where the coverage comes from.
Yeah.
So, like, even in our chrome, here's some of our chrome. Oh, yeah, I just spilled that. There. Can we all see that?
Certainly can.
Rightio. And rightio. So that's what we do there. So what I'll do is I'll lift this up. Try and arrange it so we're coming up. Okay, so I'll give you a look along the wall of Outlaw. Now, this is only some of the stock. Just remember, there's about 2 colours in each of these grey containers, and there's still 108 military colours to be added on top. So as you can see over the back here, we'll just go here. There's some of the military colours and the labels ready to go. There's like your Yamato, your IGN greys, everything's, as you can see, all the spray outs. And then, well, this is some of our personal stuff, the Braden's 3D printer parts. And there, yeah, so here we go. Look, nearly fell over. That's great. So that's one of the walls, and it goes all the way down to the air, and down and down and down. And there we go. So it goes all the way down to the floor, and then we're moving along here to more and more and more. And yeah, so that's what we do here. Very proud of it. As you can see, it's all handmade. It's not. There's no factory. And it's, as Braden just said, it is done with love. It's modelers, real modelers that make real paint. That we're very proud of it. And as I said, no bottle leaves here unless it's perfect. And yeah, that's about it, guys, for that. So again, thank you to everybody for your support. Stay tuned for that auction. And yeah, another big news. We don't do shit by ours here in Australia.
Nice.
Right, guys, back to the show. Hey, we'll see you on the other side.
Well done.
Okay.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Doing a great job.
That was interesting.
Yeah, that was very interesting. It was great.
A question for you, Jason. The stock that you had near the roller door that you're talking about, all the boxes and everything else.
Yeah.
There's paint chips on top of those. Were they you guys testing the samples and spraying those cards, or were they?
Yeah, basically what it is that is the final paint swatch. After about 30 odd paint, I'll get Braden. He's a genius with this stuff. He can explain it. You're in the camera there, mate. Cool.
So basically what we'll do, we'll spend, I've been at the military stuff doing research for probably about the last, probably about 18 months or what. We're trying to track down every possible bit of information. Then we end up sourcing a bunch of federal standard colour chips from right back in the day. So basically what you're getting is about as accurate as you're going to get. And then I'll go through and match it basically identical to what's in those colour chips.
Yeah, right. So once you make a new colour, you spray a card and compare that to the original chip.
Yeah. Yep. Every batch gets sprayed out to make sure everything's spot on, accurate. So,
yeah, you're not Vallejo, are you? That's great.
No. I've done maybe 1 or 2 models in Vallejo, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So, but it'll be nice to get to that size one day. That's what we're aiming for.
Yeah. Because everyone knows that they don't care about models per se. They're just a paint company. Yeah, I mean the research. It's great to be able to go to a shelf and go, yeah, that's the number I'm after, and then apply it and know that it's going to be as close as you could be. That's fantastic. Well done.
Yeah, we take great pride in this. So, and we're trying out a new, a numbering system. So it's sort of like the other brands, just to make it easier to select your paint. So this is all just started with the military stuff. So obviously, if it's a hit, we're going to carry it through with the rest of the range.
Right.
Go back and recreate another 160 odd labels. So it's going to be fun. But hey, if it's what people want, we'll do it.
Well, that was great. Thank you very much.
It's like this all the time. This is why we do so well, because this is us 24/7.
We're just dickheads, basically.
Yeah.
We have fun.
But, and the thing is, we have the ability to make any colour you want. And if we do get orders from all over the world asking for a particular colour, and if it's one that's out of the ballpark, we'll make up 100 ml batch or a 200 ml batch, custom made, just for that person.
I'll tell you what, if I had a blue colour to be able to do that, I would have had an absolutely fun weekend. I think that, So, questions in the chat. Are the paints available in the UK and the US?
Okay, we are currently, I'm currently talking to people in distributors in the US. There's a guy I've got to get on to on Monday in the US. He's a big distributor over there. He also distributes to the UK. But I am talking with James as a possible distributor in the UK.
Oh, it's free box.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's well good.
And there's a guy in Canada, Blues. Go on. Yeah, look, we're there. We're back. Yeah, so.
Yeah, Queensland, 1 hour and 30 years behind.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, mate, we're up in the business end of town. We're about 20 metres away from the computer, so we're doing well. Hey, guys, thank you very much for your time. Again, everybody dig deep at the auction, because every little bit helps.
It's all for a good cause.
Fantastic.
So, Jason, just before you walk out of there, it's a real privilege to watch your interactions. I mean, a real privilege to have a backseat pass, if you like, to come and see how you do things. Your support has been absolutely awesome, and I know you won't mind me saying this. We've been chatting since the first email, which wasn't that long ago, and it feels like we've known each other for years, and it's a great friendship. So, thank you so much. I'm honoured. I'm super honoured.
Mate, after talking to you, my counsellor loves it. He's getting extra hours in now.
Well, everyone's a winner. But yes, I just
No,
want
mate,
to pop in and say
that's
thanks, man.
Yeah.
It was an honour to be on here.
We are so thankful to be part of this entire community, and to you, mate. What you have done is just spectacular, and everybody will agree with that.
And one of the thing I want to, my voice holds out. One of the thing I want to say is, what you guys are watching don't know is Outlaw Paints have already committed for the next event, but not just the next. They're in it for the long haul, and I've never come across someone so generous or so willing to commit to such a project. So,
Pleasure, guys. No need for that. I'll take the clothes off in a second when that music starts.
I'll throw you more money if you don't.
I'll try to do that one.
Hey!
oh God!
All right, guys. You have a great one. What time's the auction? How long have I got?
With the next auction will be in the UK auction will be 7:30 UK time.
What time's that in like real time?
My mathematician's working out for you right now.
Because I look ugly 24/7. That doesn't matter.
So you're 9 hours, 10 hours in front. 10 hours in front.
So what are we looking at? We're looking at 10. So that's like nearly 7 a.m.
Into the world.
Well, it would be.
I'll see you then, boys. I'll see you at about 6:30 a.m.
Yeah, about 6.
Oh, geez, easy.
You know.
Right, guys, you have a great stream, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Right,
Talk to you soon. Have a good one, mate.
You're awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, boy.
Wow. So there you go.
Very generous man.
Oh, he's amazing. He's thrown poor Steph under the bus several times this morning with extra lots.
Yeah.
And like I say, he's already committed to support us for the future. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to working with him if we can arrange that. But that's a side issue. But if we can, then obviously the other thing as well. Initially, when he spoke to us, he offered the full range 3 times. We brought that down a little bit, and he's still going mad. But what we will be doing, as long as we can arrange the shipping and all that, we're going to try and bring a full range of his paints to Telford. 4 models for Heroes, 4 a raffle. That's just awesome. So anyway,
That's amazing.
I'm going back in the background because this is not working.
No.
See you later, James.
See you, James.
So Mel is going to help us with the comments.
Yeah, I'll happily take on that.
Thank you.
Because, I'm just sitting here having my coffee. Right. Obviously, we've got loads of comments coming in, and I am playing catch-up. So I'm just going to run through. And there's loads of mornings. So, hi, Idle Hands. Hi, Deterred, Neil, Crazer, Rusted. Black Rifle Model Works. Hello. Right. Fire some questions. Yeah. Are Outlaw Paints sold in the US? Do we know?
Yeah.
Right. So, yes,
they are sold. There's no US distributor, though, as of yet.
Right.
I think
Okay.
Jason said he is in discussions with a few distributors, so watch that space.
Right. Do you guys produce colours for national markings? Do we know if they do? Because they've done one now, haven't they?
Ooh,
I'd
no idea.
say they would. Yeah.
You see, this is why we should have done the comments before we let them run away.
Yeah.
I can answer that question for you.
I thought it was asking me if I look like. Oh, go on, answer the question.
So yeah, basically, if you have a question about any of the paints and do they do Pacific ones, my best advice to you would be email them, ask them, and if they haven't got them there and then, they will produce them.
Yeah, okay, that's awesome. And Aussie Scale Model has jumped in the comments and said we can. That's all saying, you look lost, mate, and he's talking to me. I'm having a coffee and doing my admin in the Terraniacs group while we're just chatting, so I'm sort of billowing.
No, they are back to answer the questions.
Right, okay, we've got Jason. They've realised.
Oh, no!
Right, let's make it. Whoa. Shh. Right, everyone in the comments, they've made the effort to come back and answer your questions. So let's make it a good one. Fire as many sort of paint questions at them as you can. Let's get a chat going and see if we can get something productive. Not just about their paint range. Remember, we've got a paint specialist here. So if you have had problems like making paints come back alive or wonder why they turn into like porridge and that sort of stuff, these guys might be the people to ask. So I'm waiting for your comments, but I can only ask the questions once you've asked the comments. So over to you folks in the comments. See, professional YouTuber here. It's not like I haven't done this before. I've got this. Now, knowing from personal experience, now we've done that, there'll be no comments.
Hey, Mel. While I got you all here, I know Dominic and a few of the boys have subscribed, but Aussie Scale Modeler, that's my YouTube channel. And as I mentioned before, the only thing I'm missing is the hours. I've got my subs, but if you want to sub, that's great. But all money goes to men's mental health and veteran support on Aussie Modelers Live on Sundays and Aussie Scale Modeler. So every cent gets donated. Don't keep one cent to myself. So if you could go on and just watch a few episodes, get my hours up, and that'll get me up to my 4,000. So that'd be fantastic.
Absolutely. I'm sure we can do that. Yeah, that's Aussie Scale Modeler on YouTube. Right, dude, we've got some questions coming in. What's your binder?
What's the binder?
Yeah.
It's already built. We've got a couple of binders. We can't let out a lot of secret squirrel stuff that we use. But I can tell you that each bottle of paint is self-leveling.
Right.
Okay? It's an acrylic lacquer paint. So when you do a 98% one pass, and I'll just bring I'll bring a model that I painted 2 years ago, just a shell body, and it literally from our primer, which you do not have to sand. You've got your like I've got all my Mr. Hobbies and all that sort of stuff, the 1200s and everything like that. Our primers in black and grey come in a 100ml bottle. You do not have to sand them, ever.
Okay.
They are smooth as a baby's backside. You can spray it directly on the photo etch. You do not have to prime your photo etch to spray Outlaw Paints. Once you've used, you can directly spray the colour on. You don't have to prime it even. But Braden has spent so much time, and I've been there too, but to develop a paint that goes in the cup and spray. I'll just get this car body 5 seconds and I'll show you what happens to a model that was never polished, sanded. It was all, the only thing was the 32 hours of masking that I had to do to get this ready for paint. So give me 5 seconds.
Yeah, certainly. Right, we've started to get some good questions coming in and I'll keep picking them up as we go.
Well, while people want to ask, that was 2 years ago.
That's smooth.
I think the little girl in question will be wondering about that purple.
Yeah. Watch what model making trucker is saying. My little girl wants to know: do you do a purple as it's her favourite colour? More importantly, how many shades of purple you got, mate?
How many shades of purple? We got about 5 or 6. That's 3 or 4. No, about 4. We've even got your Lamborghini. Yes, that's 5. And again, whatever shade of purple people are after, or whatever shade, not 50 Shades of Grey, that's not in it. But we're not talking about the German side of things. But,
That's what you say.
whatever anybody would like, we can physically make it here, and we're happy to make it. What we ask our people is whatever information they can get to us, and the more information, the easier it is for Braden. And I do help sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes, because I can't see really. But we can do it for them, and we're happy to do it for them.
So, all right, bouncing in, that gives watcher Alex Taylor's thrown a comment in. So, do you have colours for the French Mirage 2000 grey and green scheme? So, if he wants the colours for a specific paint job, he could say, hey, I'm really trying to track this colour down. Yeah, and you'd be able to go off the Pantone or something and sort of track it down and make a bespoke colour for that kit.
Absolutely. So, if he sends us all the information that he can gather on those colours, we are happy to make them.
So you really are offering a tailored service then, aren't you? Like really sort of like, this isn't just our range, but we're here for your real sort of niggly ones as well, when you can't get from anywhere else.
Yeah, like we get people that like are chasing a case tractor colour from the 70s. We've got people wanting their Mack truck to do their whole Mack trucks in this special blue that they saw at a car show or a truck show.
Right. Just to jump in then, what Atol's saying, and this is sort of relevant. Do you make masking fluids and washes as well, or is that something you're thinking of going into?
We're thinking of going into it. One of the main things we really want to work on are using liquid pigment, not powdered pigment, is brushables.
Brushables?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
this is new to me. Explain what brushables are.
So, okay. For example, now people think, oh, you just must use your paint and that's it. You're not with anybody else. Things like Tamiya, things like Mr. Hobby.
So brushable pigments that you then fix in place you're talking about?
Pardon that?
Brushable pigments, the weathering pigments you're talking about?
No, brushable paint.
Right.
So our paint is airbrush ready, straight in.
Right.
We're taking our paints and turning them into, you can dip a brush in it and get the same result.
Right, and just let me be clear on this, because I've done this before and I've worked with companies who've done this, such as Army Painting, when they were developing their paint ranges and stuff like that. What you get through an airbrush and what you put out of a brush on paint, will they be colour matched? So basically, will you be able to airbrush most of it and then go in with your brush in to pick out the little fiddly bits that you can't get to with your airbrush?
So since modelers are like me, most of us, where, oh, I've missed a spot, or damn, there's a bit of glue on there, and oh, better sand that and touch that up. Yes, absolutely. It's something, as you've seen, we're modelers. Like, you can see well, you haven't seen it all. If you watched the Aussie one, you would have. But, we're going into washes, and yes, we're going into all that kind of thing. But our main focus at the moment is to get through our military range, add to our military range, our brushable range in military, and then move into our washes and our pigments. We're focused on making sure that we are paint and paint alone.
Right. I've got one quick technical question from Rusted Beetle coming up. But before I let you go, I just want to say, everyone in the comments, if you've got any questions, last chance to get them in the comments for Ozzy. Because obviously we're going to let him go in a second after the question if there's no other follow-up questions, because we don't want him hanging on. So if you've got any questions, quick in the comments. But Rusty's asking a bit of a technical question down to airbrushing. What's the smallest needle size you would recommend spray with?
About a 2, maybe a
2.
I'd go a 2.
2 glass company.
So you can use a 2 usually, and with our 99% of our range, you're usually sitting between 16 and 20 psi. And
so it's a nice smooth flow then, with no sort of resistance.
No, you will. If you give us another, I'll come back in 10 minutes and we'll actually do a couple of spoons for you. You can see it go on in, like, physically watch it be sprayed out, we're happy
We're
to
up
do
for
that.
That'd be great, and I'm sure the group would find it interesting. I mean, I find this fascinating because I come from the terrain making side. Yeah, so when I'm airbrushing, I'm normally putting house paint through at 50 psi.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So to hear how fine you can actually deliver these paints and how smooth, it's actually really fascinating.
Well,
Right.
we'll bring out the 2 mil, and we'll show you what happens with the 2 mil, and I'll bring out my Iwata, and because that's the best paint airbrush.
Yeah. Well, we've got another hour left on the stream, so take 5, take 10, get yourself prepped, and get a bit of a brew in you first, mate. Yeah, the commenters are loving this. They're saying you sound awesome, and I have some car colours I might need to be in touch about soon. Yeah, and Rusted's saying he wants to see the spoon, mate. So I'll let you go get set up, and we'll go back to the group.
Yep, not a problem, mate. Oh, just before I go, quick, I did a spoon the other night, my own personal rust spoon. Have a look at this. This is our rust colours. This is straight from the brush.
All right, mate, me and you need to chat. Yeah, we need to chat.
That's great.
Okay. Yeah, he knows how to sell it. Right, let's bring it back to the main chat, guys.
All right, mate, you're up.
Can we switch to main screen? Steffi! Yay, there we go. Back round to the group again. So that was my little bit of hosting for that little bit. He's prepping the spoons. I'm quite excited about that rust. Yeah, that was quite good rust, to be perfectly honest.
That was good. The shades were brilliant.
I'm really imagining now that somebody picks up that spoon and it says, look, I'm gonna do the anti-rusting, I'm gonna clean it, and it's paint.
Yeah. Yeah, Atol's saying that is that's the rust my orcs need. Rust can be so challenging. Yeah. And I think one of the problems is in the wargaming community, it isn't actually that something that's heavily developed. You'll get rust sort of colored paints, but within the military modeling and the scale modeling community, there's far more cohesion between the sets. It's like, this is your base, this is your old rust, this is your new rust. You know, when you get like old rust, which has that purple pigment in it, you know, real sort of dark stuff. Yeah. So I'm quite fascinated by these paint ranges, to be perfectly honest. Mel's excited.
That's a first.
Yeah, no, it isn't. Not gonna lie to you. Let's just not get banned.
Hey, would you guys mind if I bring my twin brother in for 5 minutes for a bit of a laugh?
Do it.
No, not at all.
In fact, I'm going to go for a wee. So over to you, dude. Over to the Aussie twins.
Is that okay, Miranda? It's your show.
I think they're away from keyboard, so I would say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's run hammock. No
All
one in
right, I'm going to
charge.
step away for 2 secs, dudes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was in the kitchen making some lunch. So
John asked if he could have his brother come in.
I have,
sure.
I have a brother who's 4 minutes older, and I think it'll be interesting if you guys see that, like, there's more than one of me. So it's almost like it was a failed prototype, and they had another go.
Oh yeah, sure. As long as there are no people waiting to get in, that's no problem.
How does it look? Just for a couple of minutes.
So we are going to step out for a few minutes to have some lunch, and we will be back with you shortly.
All right. Enjoy your lunch.
Enjoy your lunch, Miranda.
So yes, John, bring him in.
All right, we'll see how we go. So he, as I say, like, he's a modeler as well, of course. In fact, his wife died a couple of years ago of cancer, and he hadn't modeled for about 11 years, and I got him back into it as a bit of a therapy after that. So he's as passionate about the hobby as I am. For his own reasons.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I actually like him.
Not bad for a sibling.
No.
That sounds wrong on so many levels, but I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
I just love the casualty. I actually like him.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
No, he's got the same colour here too. But yeah, his name's Paul Marley. But, yeah, he might turn up in a sec. I don't know, Carl. Oh, here we go. No, Malcolm. Malcolm's coming. Hello, Dad.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Malcolm.
I'll keep my eyes peeled when he joins and we'll get him in. Good morning, Malcolm.
Morning, Carl. Morning, folks.
All present and correct, sir.
Morning, Mel.
Morning, buddy. How are you, Hagrid?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. I'm absolutely fine. A late night last night. But,
Actually, I have to keep myself not from answering when anyone says Hagrid. So, Malcolm, I'm going to give it to you for today.
Well, I have my haircut, so doesn't fit anymore.
Doesn't matter, mate. I'm 6 foot tall, and I have to use neck muscles I've never used to talk to you. I remember the first time I met you in person, and you opened the door to that unit of yours, and all I remember was seeing your chest. Corbin was in shock.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I am tall. So, good morning. Late night last night for me, so that's why I've slow roll up this morning.
I saw you spraying your model last night.
Yes, I was. Yeah, I'm going to complete my figure, and it's funny, isn't it? When you look at things in the daytime, you went, oh. But yeah, I've done most of the base. I'm going to do the fun part today of the tank. I will show you, and I can get on with it then. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
So,
who
there she
here
is.
has admin powers?
Oh.
That'll be Miranda.
Ah.
Right, because John's brother's trying to get in. There's 10 of us. I was going to drop out, but if nobody's got admin powers that's here, it's going to be difficult to get him in.
Okay, I'll let him know.
They're just making so much. They'll be back in a second.
Yeah, someone let me in, so.
Yeah, that was myself.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Okay, well, if I just explain this, then I can hop out. So, yeah, this is all done, all built, completed, and the tracks need to be painted. I've done the camo and everything. I'm happy with that. I've got a hairspray layer down. And so what I need to do is whitewash it and then ship it. And then I'm ready to go. And I'll do the decals of what they are. And I've got a few details to highlight inside. The base is I've just masked around the outside so that I can keep the nice black shiny plastic that is covering this. And it's just a couple of rocks with sort of dirt and crap on it.
Looking nice.
It looks like I've just scraped out the kitty litter and chucked it on there. Now I'm thinking about it in the light of day. Never mind. But yeah, once I've got that done, I'm going to put some. Once I've got this tank done, then I'm going to put some snow effect and water effect on there, so it looks a bit wet and slushy. And then the chap, dude, here he is. So I've painted him up. I've done lots of sort of weathering on his trousers and all that kind of thing. Okay, weathering on his trousers because he's just basically, white. I've kept the Zenith mostly is the main kind of coat, and that's just the primer coat. And then done his belt buckle, done the lenses on his binoculars, and then I'm going to work on his face a little bit today. Give him a 5 o'clock shadow and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, he's I'd say he's 90% done.
Awesome.
And that's that. That's me. Right, I'll hop out if you want me to, and then someone can launch into my space.
I'll be no more than 5 minutes, Malcolm, and then you're welcome back in.
Thank you, Malcolm. I appreciate it. And he's away. Okay.
Right, before we go any further, just very quickly, Hans, shut up.
Oh, are we going to Jason and Braden for the example?
Oh, are they ready? Are they?
I hear a compressor going. Can we get them switched over to the big screen? Yeah, right. Jace, over to you, buddy. We have a spoon.
Oh, wow. That's the best spoon I've ever seen.
Through point 2. And it is, see if I can do this without spilling it. I can't share vision. Yeah, that's fine.
Somebody should mind playing the Airbrush. That's why you bring that bit through the plastic. We did sell 30 but due to popular demand, people were saying it was like crack, we need 100 ml bottles. So, yeah. Typically, we use outlaw thinners between the brushes. Not that difficult. It is on the website. Also, we do rail colours. We do have most British rail colours available as well. Also, if you have any charity events, and would like to make a specially blend for this charity.
Jace, just to make you aware, you are very quiet. It's difficult to hear what you're saying.
better?
That's a little bit better, yeah, but not great.
Mike, a little bit closer.
Okay, I'll made it right up on my mindset. How's that now, guys?
Much
A lot better?
A lot better.
Okay. Awesome. So just to let you know, we also do rail colours, and if you have a special charity that you'd like a label made up and a special colour like we've just done a breast cancer one, we're happy to do that as well, and all the proceeds will go to that charity.
Cool.
That's amazing.
What? Yes, it does. I would know. I was asking if anyone else could admin, and I would drop out. No other admins, and no one happy to drop.
Oh, no, I can drop out.
I can drop.
So, so yeah, I'm going to drop out. Steph is going to jump in, folks. So I shall catch you all in a bit.
I've overstayed my welcome, gents. I'll disappear.
No, John, you stay in because we want to get your clone in. So I'm going to jump. Steph is going to jump in to do some of the admin bits and bobs, and hopefully we can get him in.
Let's go Naomi's FUK breast cancer pink pearl. Hayley, sorry. Okay, so this is one of the colours we made up for breast cancer. It's unbottled, but so I'll get some more light on the subject, and you guys can see that laid down. We're going black base or the grey base? Grey base? Here we go.
I really like that label that you guys made.
I know, that's awesome, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Looks really cool.
Yeah. What you guys are about to witness is the first time this has been sprayed publicly in the world.
Woo! What premiere?
Scoopy.
This is like literally nobody's seen this colour come from an airbrush from Outlaw Paints yet, except Braden and myself. So this is for that ME110 that I'm building. A lot went into it, as we all know. German grey is one of the most, German in their greys. I don't know what's going on, but I know nothing.
What, are you from Barcelona?
Barcelona? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No. You may call me Manuel. No,
Good
Mr.
Mr.
Polti. No, Mr. Polti.
I'm really thrilled to see that those guys are going to come back.
Oh,
Too bad
please.
it's without Manuel, but still.
So what we'll do here, Braden will just throw a layer of grey primer on, and as you can see, the finish is, you do not have to sand it. It's perfect. And this is going through the 2mm brush. This is all 2mm, not the 3mm. You put it on the 3mm, it's another. Everything's easy. Braden's worked hard on developing the formulas. So you get the pigment with the smoothness and the coverage. Oh, he's priming up a couple of spoons. He's gone wild.
Well, no point in having just one spoon primed. You're going to need more.
Yeah. I think he's afraid to use a man's airbrush like an Iwata, but it's okay. You know, kids have got to have a go at things.
Agree there.
You know I like it that way. Everybody needs a good slapping, especially greenies.
I don't know how you guys can be so generous with your need to buy a whole heap of spoons.
I was thinking of Greta Thunberg when I bought them. Oh, the humanity! How dare you buy a spoon?
You call that a spoon? That's a spoon.
Yeah. We play Forky Spoony over here, I can tell you.
Okay, if I can just break in there for a sec. Jace, loving what you're doing. Awesome, mate. Plastic, if I can ask you to drop, please, because James needs to get in and there's no room. So if you could just drop for a few minutes, that'd be brilliant. Really appreciate that.
No worries, mate.
Thank you
We're
very
only
much.
a couple of spoons away.
Okay, there you go, James. Tell you what, Braden's doing an absolutely stonking job there.
Love the labels too.
And the labels are brilliant, aren't they?
So what we decided, and I'm going with my idea on this one, I thought, well, anytime you go to your hobby store and you go to get your military colour, you know what you're building, you know what country it's from, and you go and you see your Tamiya's, Mr. Hobbies and everything else, they're all the same. You get the colour on the lid, whereas if you get the label of the country, that's a good start. Right, yeah, this is it. First time ever sprayed in public.
Ooh.
And you guys are the ones that know.
Wow.
Yep, you like that?
Jesus Christ, gorgeous.
That is how much research went into every colour.
So azure blue, the colour we're looking at there, is that like, say, the bottom of desert, say, Spitfires, that sort of thing?
What's that, mate? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
The azure blue, the one that we're looking at, is that the underside of...
Azure blues,
different colour.
like your Corsairs and all sorts of those sort of plane. Not that this is the German one, this one.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
German one.
But
You want to go grab that bottle? It'll spray it out. What I just made.
I'll just go get the azure blue for you, mate. Hang on. I'll go get it. I was told.
Oh.
I've been told again. And not by you, James.
Works the same.
Okay, so Braden's going to paint that azure blue for you there, John, so you can see that. This is the one this one, there was the one that Braden literally just made in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
This is the first time this colour's ever been seen.
Oh, I've got movement. Oh, yeah, that's a nice colour.
Now look at that.
As you can see, the coverage is pretty darn good.
Oh, yeah.
This is
I'll get
paint
Braden to
poetry.
show. I'll get him to bring it up to the camera once he's finished, and you can, as close as he can, so you can see the actual finish on your paint. We do flat clears, gloss clears, satin as well, and there's a finish. There's not a raised object on that paint at all. It self levels.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Now he's got to do the candy, the pink candy. Oh, the pink pearl, sorry.
Malcolm's got a question.
Yep.
If the paints will be available for auction later.
Yes, they will be.
There you go.
Now, what we'll do, those few bottles we've just shown, you can put them in a flash auction. And if you want to do a flash auction in 20 minutes, we'll put a batch of 10 together for you, so you can. You'll be the first in the world to get the at least 10 military colours from Outlaw Paints.
You guys are amazing.
Neat.
Hey!
It's just Braden's got the shakes. Most people call it wanker's cramp, but I call it the shakes.
Let's not go there.
But again, for the charities, we're happy to do that. If you've got your artwork that you'd like us to put on it, we'll do that for you. And any money, you just pay for postage, and we'll get the rest sorted for you. So for next year, we're happy to do a 48-hour paint. Put the label on it for that.
Sweet.
Or we can even have an auction where somebody in the world gets to design their own label and get their own bottle.
Have you found out a way to bottle yourselves?
Oh, we
Actually, better not go there.
But there's enough drugs in the world. We don't need another addiction.
Too late about that?
So this is just more, again, once Braden's finished doing this with the primer, I'll get him to bring it up and I'll get him to primer black, use the black primer. The black primer is really good for all your getting that shadows out on your, like I know Pete's using it on the Yamato, and a few Armourer boys like to use the black, and it really gets shadows to pop. And again, you don't have to sand it at all. It is ready straight out of the bottle to the brush to your model.
Sweet.
As you know, the boring bit is Braden cleaning the brush, but we always clean our brushes between every colour here, and that's whether we're modelling or doing a spray out. Between spray outs, the actual airbrushes go in the machine. What do they call it? What's it called? Ultrasonic cleaner, so that every colour that's sprayed out is not contaminated by the previous colour.
That's nice to know.
So just in that little demo Braden did of making that paint, you saw it go through the filter once. It goes through 4 times. I think it's 240 microns, so that you times that by 4, you're looking at, what's that, 960 microns it has been filtered through. Oh, what are you going with now, mate? Oh, on the pink. Here we go. This is Haley's FUK breast cancer. This was for a slot car centre down in Melbourne. Haley's actually going through breast cancer and everything, and this was a fundraiser, and they get to charge whatever they want. We gave it to Haley for nothing, and yeah, we've done a few different charities, and we don't mind doing that. This stuff's unbelievable. I don't know how Braden came up with it, but I think last time he was in Mardi Gras, he saw it on a floaty, so.
Right. Whitey's in, Whitey.
I won't put him in front of the microphone. The vision's not that good.
Yeah, I don't think I'll see it.
Is that a metallic color?
This is a metallic.
Yeah, nice.
It's it's classified as a pearl, but it's metallic. As you can see, the glitter and the stuff, the shiny. That is going through a 0.2 needle.
Oh my god, nice,
beautiful.
And it's just a simple process, like most of your pearls and that. It's a build-up. Also, I was thinking when I walked up the shed, shelf life, because the heat out there fogged up my glasses as I walked out of here. And you've got a minimum 3 years shelf life, minimum. If this is over in Europe, in the UK, it'd last you years and years and years and years.
Oh,
so you're not throwing away paint.
Wow, nice color.
Yep.
My girlfriend, she make cars, and she like the pink colors and the pink and the purple colors.
Pink and purple color. Well, I showed you the other purple. You putting another layer on that, mate? No. You're going to throw a clear on that? Just up there, mate. Yeah, no, what do I do with it? Do I take it back up? So Braden's just going to throw the clear over the top of that to make the pearl pop, and it'll blow your mind. But yeah, it's really hard to hear. I've got Braden with the airbrush and the compressor going, and the speakers are a little bit far away. So he's just do a clean out. Where's the clear, mate? You're getting, where is the clear? Yep. Hang on. Right down it. This is a part that you guys want to hold onto your seats for. Oh, he's just back. He's grabbing hold of our 2K. Now we're only going to do the 2K on this because you can't consistently spray it without breathing apparatus because yeah, it's wicked.
Oh, I didn't realise I was on the show. Hello, Jason.
Oh, hey, mate, how are you?
Hello, buddy. Yeah, I got a question for you. What is 2K?
2K, it's a clear, and basically, you know, when you go to a car, you see a really nice car that you can literally look into the paint like a mirror, and it's got a hard shell on it.
Yes.
That deep. Well, that's what this is. It protects your paint, like especially for the car enthusiasts. And we've got a couple of guys in the States and about 30 guys in Australia that use it for fishing lures because the fish can't crack it with their teeth.
Wow.
I see. Wow.
Yeah, Braden made the formula up for this one himself. That car body I showed you before, that was sprayed with 2K. And that, literally, as I said, it was not sanded, polished. It hasn't even been dusted in 2 years.
Oh, wow. Brilliant. How hard is it to mix?
It's not. We said it comes in a box set. You get a bottle of 2K thinner. You get 2 bottles of the Part A, and you get a bottle of Part B, which is the hardener. We also give you all the mixing ratios you require. We give you pipettes to measure it out exactly, and you just pour it in your airbrush, and off you go.
Cool. And you have to wear a mask with that one, right?
If you're doing a whole car body, I recommend using a mask.
Yeah. Okay. Do you do any matte colors as well? Matte varnishes?
Yes, we've got satin, flat, gloss, and clear in just your standard clears.
Yeah.
So say like when you're doing your mat or your flats for getting ready for your panel washes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We've got that. We've got you covered for that as well.
Okay.
If you go to www.outlawpaints.com, we've got .com.au as well, but .com helps you guys out. You will see the entire range there. As I said before, we do cover the train guys as well. We've got a heap of British Rail, but if there's train guys they're all over the world. I don't want to comment on that, but anyway, yeah. So we've got you covered. So that's the website, www.outlawpaints.com. You can see our entire range, and we haven't put international up there yet. But if you guys really would like it, we're happy to send it over. As I said, we shipped to Sweden the other week, and people are willing to pay for it because they've seen it, they've used it, and they just gone, wow. So
yeah, okay.
We're happy to do it. Just email us with your order, and I can either source the best shipping for you, or you guys can source it. But we're happy to do it, and let you guys just have fun. You ready, mate? You ready to watch this, folks?
Like a balloon.
It's like watching paint dry.
Yeah, it is.
I call it artistic poetry.
Wow.
That's a beautiful color, hey? Oh, wow. That just
Are you doing a wet coat first, or
Look at that finger action as well.
I know.
Brushing
I hope
quality.
you are all still fully clothed.
That's what you're saying.
And there you go. That's just one.
Wow.
That's its first coat.
Look at how well that it's covered. Damn.
That's gorgeous.
Unbelievable.
What pressure is it spraying at? Do you know?
It's Outlaw Paints, Woody.
Yeah, it says in the bottom of the screen there, Outlaw Paints. What
Well, you
pressure is
might
that
know
spraying at?
Outlaw.
Right, guys. If you want to jump back out there, Braden's finished spraying. I will put the camera on and we'll hold those spoons up in better light for you to enjoy yourselves.
Cool.
Self-pleasuring is not a crime.
Nope.
Outlaw. That's it. Thanks, mate.
You're welcome, guys. We'll get the camera set up and we can show you.
Okay.
See you in a sec.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi guys, we're back.
Hey.
I'm really gonna check out that site of Outlaw Paints. Way too good.
Yeah, it's nice.
Stuff is amazing.
They're so generous. I'm absolutely gobsmacked with the
Only for me,
generosity.
is it too expensive to send to the Netherlands.
Well, we could do a group order.
Or you could move to Australia.
Yeah.
85, Dieter, 85 euros.
For?
Oh, wow, really?
Sending to the Netherlands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. If we have 8 people that are ordering, we could do that. And we let it all come together with Stefan and Miranda. We have an excuse to meet up with them. How's that?
Do you need an excuse to meet up with us?
Any excuse is good. You know that very well, don't you?
Okay.
All right. I think I've overstayed my welcome, but thank you very much for everything and your generosity and all that. And I wish you all the best and enjoy your builds. And I'll see you, next year, if not before. I'll certainly see Miranda and Stefan later on this year for their 48 challenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
When
This
is
has
that?
been fantastic. And I've enjoyed this so much. And thanks again for everyone's generosity.
John, have you been on since I left?
I haven't slept in. No. I've been well rested. I've been hanging. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You know,
It's good to
why
see you,
would I
buddy.
be anywhere else? This has been absolutely brilliant.
How's your pain levels? Have they gone up and down?
I'm okay now. I've been staying ahead of it. I think yesterday I fell behind the curve a bit, and I was struggling, 2 hours yesterday.
Yeah.
I was taking it easy today, but I took some stronger painkillers. I'm pretty good at the moment. I'm aware of it, but I'm not like I was yesterday. I was like, it's embarrassing. You can understand it's embarrassing to get on the world stage and pretty much just drop your bundle. But I haven't been as well as I would like. And it's a bit difficult and stuff like that.
But it's perfectly understandable, my friend. Perfectly understandable. I mean, obviously I can't put words in your mouth, but I wouldn't say it was embarrassing. I'd say it was just shows you you're comfortable to talk to us.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Like, and I feel it's a bit weird because I certainly don't want to like, hey, look at me, like I'm hurting or whatever, because I'm not unique. There are thousands, if not millions, of people around the world with, if not mental health conditions, spinal conditions and stuff. I'm not alone, and that's one of the things about this charity is like the understanding that people, no matter what your walk of life is, that people have struggles.
Yeah,
and this is one of the hobbies that can help people cope with those. So that's why I'm a lurker. I'm hanging around all the time, like if not on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. I do other things. I have a wonderful family, but it's a cracker of a hobby, and it's been a cracker of a weekend. I've really enjoyed it.
Good.
And it was great to hang out with you guys, Stefan, Dominique, all of you. You're legends, all of you, as far as I'm, to my mind. This is just, I was looking forward to this for the last year, because last event, a year ago for the 5th birthday bash, it was so much fun to interact with people that I had been watching for a number of years, if not on YouTube or Facebook, on podcasts and stuff. And I, not being a presenter or a streamer or anything myself, I felt initially that I could be tolerated. I understand that, but more than that, I felt so absolutely welcomed by you guys. It's been a pleasure to hang out and just chat as if we've known each other for years, and it's just fantastic. And thanks.
I guess it's all modelers are kind of it's easy to become friends when you've got a common enemy in the plastic. But yeah, cool. I'm glad that you feel.
Now we're going to see you at Telford, John.
Yes, I am definitely coming to Telford. Both myself and twin brother are heading over this year because we can. So after the last year, we were obviously watching the streams, and for instance, my brother rang me and he was saying like that large 30-second scale dam buster model. He was saying like that's amazing. I'd love to be able to get over there and have a look at that sort of stuff. And I said, well, why don't we go? And he just sort of said, yeah, we can. So he's actually got a lot of flyby points with Qantas miles and all that sort of stuff like that. My passport's literally in the mail to renew. I'll let it lapse because of COVID and everything else. But yes, we are, both me and the nerdy twin whitehead brother are heading over to Telford.
Oh, brilliant. It'd be wonderful to see.
There's a couple of cool ones with your names on them, boy, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. But so I don't want to. Okay, so as a send off, I'll just reiterate everything that is going on with me. I'm looking at starting up an Australian charity with the same aims and purpose as Models for Heroes here, because we don't have one, and I feel it's needed. I see a gap. I love this hobby because, as I said before, you can go as deep or as shallow as you want. If you don't want to paint your kit, don't. I don't. It's all good. Paint it pink. An F-35 should be pink.
I have an F-22 who is actually pink, so yeah.
Yeah. So do all that. Do what you want. Do what makes you happy. I have because my Facebook page is private, and you're all more than welcome to like and follow on Facebook or whatever. But as you know, the socials can be sort of weird, but we've got a public page just started up called the Scale Modeling Twins on Facebook, and we're not particularly good or anything at all, but we're passionate. We occasionally share things that we're working on and stuff like that. So feel free to sort of cruise on by and have a look at that if you want. And and hopefully by this time next year, I'll have a label on identity, and certainly going to be running a couple of sessions here in the near future with some. I've got contacts with Soldier On, and people. I've asked people that have never built a model kit. They say, for instance, I did Lego back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And they're saying, yeah, I want to come along and show me how you do this stuff. And, yes, they want to get involved because, they've had similar experiences and everything else.
Yeah. There's a couple of things in the chat here. I don't know who's adminning at the moment, but if they could put the questions up. There's a question from John. He says, Andrew White says, John, thank you for the tour of the Air Museum during last night's session. We appreciate it. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, really, really good just to do that.
For the moment. I actually did that. I'm sorry, I'll interrupt, Malcolm. I did that because I was sitting down doing this. So as I lead, so this is my finished model, and I did it within, I think, 10 minutes before the 48 hours. So that's a Supermarine S5. Sorry, the glare is a bit sort of weird, but as you see it, it's. I didn't want to weather it or whatever because the actual aircraft would have been pristine, like polished, going for high speed flight and everything else. And not only that, I made a little sort of cradle for it. So, hooray! Did that. Accepted the challenge and completed it. So fantastic. I was feeling very sore sitting down doing that when I got up this middle of the day. So I thought I need to get up and walk wherever I go. I know I'll go down the street, and I went down to about 10k south is the museum that I volunteer at. That they have certain aircraft and all that sort of stuff, including the actual aircraft of 10 seconds. Oh! So this is the model kit that we had in the Australian auction maybe 2 hours ago or so.
Nice.
Wanted, as we call it. So that's in our local museum here, and I'm quite proud of that because before it went to the museum, it was my favourite corner that I've worked on.
Yeah.
And I was able to when I dropped in there to do a bit of a tour. The reason I dropped in there is because I have a model of the S5.
Yeah.
But the guy had carved it out of wood. So instead of it was just incredible. So I wanted to show that because I think it's unique. But while I was there, the lady at the office said, can you stick around because there's no other volunteers in today. So I spent the rest of the day. I went from being too sore for sitting down to being too sore for standing up. So it was great because every time I'm there, I have wonderful conversations with people about they've got genuinely interesting questions and stuff, and they love the interaction of somebody that knows what they're talking about. What does this switch do? And you can talk to them, and we got all Mackeys and Mirages and all sorts of stuff. And I haven't been asked a question that I didn't know the answer to, just because I've always loved aviation.
Yeah, well, I guess you're making a difference to people's day and people's visits. So
so even today,
volunteering is one of those things that you can do, and it makes you feel really good. Other than modelling and doing a hobby, volunteering is one of the top things you can do. We've got some other questions here as well. Points. Atoll says, John, it's what we vets do when we meet up and find a common denominator to chat about which keeps us going and keeps us sane. So that's right, absolutely,
definitely.
And Cavster says, the moment you realise this is a worldwide collection of modelers when you see people in shorts, yet it's a blizzard outside where you are. Good comments there.
I've got a question.
I've had a wonderful day. Like, if I wasn't sitting down modelling or talking to you people around the globe, I've been literally hanging out, like telling people about, Meteor and all sorts of stuff. So, I've had a wonderful weekend. And I've got a question. James, again, thank you very much. This has been an absolute highlight of my calendar year.
It's been a pleasure, John. Sorry. It's been a pleasure. You've been a great inspiration and will continue to be a great inspiration. So keep your head up high, fella. You got
Thanks,
a lot
mate.
coming your way in the next 12 months. And it's going to be great to see you at Telford, and we will sit down and have a few beers.
Oh, yeah,
And
don't destroy
if my voice isn't back by then I must make the effort to learn sign language.
John,
texting.
you are more than welcome to join in our 48-hour build in October.
Oh,
So
no, I
I
wouldn't
will
miss
give
it.
you the information later on after this weekend, and we can give you information about the topic. And that's our model kit hunter that we have for that. So if you can do your thing, Peter.
Okay. Everybody, be careful. It's a loud one. Unleash the beast.
Hey, John, I've just got a question, mate. It's pretty serious. When are you sending me that book behind you? You know I have a thing for Spitfire. It was a choice between my wife and a Spitfire. Oh, she can
You can bring it to Telford if you like.
It's actually
real nicely.
You're killing me.
Yeah, it's really good. So it's been great reference material for the kit that I chose this weekend. Yeah, like they're fantastic. As you know, anyone who's had a look at these Haynes paintings, they're remarkable, and it's been an absolute pleasure. And I'm not kidding. The highlight of my calendar year. And thanks to James for putting this on. Thanks to Malcolm and all the ladies and gents that help you and support you and inspire me daily. And it's been wonderful hanging out with you every couple of days and stuff. And you've made a difference in my life. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
All right. See you later.
Great, John.
See you, John.
Bye, John.
Bye, John.
Bye, John.
All right, we've got these spoons ready, folks.
Yep. Just bear me 1 second.
More spoons.
I'm gonna duck back out. Carl will be back in a minute or two. So yeah, before we do the spoons, I think it's quite important because we haven't done anything yet that we remind people to take breaks, etc.
Yeah.
So please make sure you take breaks. Make sure you grab yourself a cup of coffee, etc.
We're going to take a break right now, James.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'll leave that to you.
Hey everybody, this is John from the Scale Model Medic YouTube channel with a quick reminder that you need to step away from the bench for a few minutes and have a break. I hope you're all having a fantastic time and I wish you all the very best of luck for the event. James asked me to put a video together showing a modelling tip and I couldn't decide on just the one, so here's a bit of random modelling for you to watch while you enjoy your break. Sponge chipping is a very popular technique, and for good reason. It's a quick way to add a really nice effect to your models and start building up some weathering. One of the most common mistakes that you see when beginning with this technique is to simply tap the sponge in a linear motion, creating a repetitive pattern on the surface of the model, which is easily identified and dispels the illusion that these are random chips in the paint. Instead, make sure that you turn the sponge backwards and forwards as you move along, and this will remove any repetitive patterns and give you a much more realistic effect with a simple twist of the wrist. If your model has obvious breaks in the surface, such as these panel lines, You can use masking tape to cover up one side of the divide before applying the chipping process, and then removing the tape, switching sides and doing it again. This prevents the same chipping pattern from flowing over that break in the surface and keeps everything looking nice and random. If you're new to weathering, you might be wondering what else you can do using sponge chipping as a starting point. So I'm going to boost these chips that I've just applied and turn them into a bit of a rust effect. This test piece has been painted with a matte finish, and that's important as it allows tap water to soak onto the surface of the model without beading up, and that's what I'm doing here. I've then taken some of the rust colour that I used for the chips and diluted it heavily, and then I'm just flowing it around those chips using them as a starting point. You'll note that the paint flows around the surface easily because it's been wet with water, and if I clean the brush on tissue, I can actually soak it back up into the bristles and remove the rusty coloured paint. After getting familiar with this control process on putting paint on and taking paint off, you can use the sponge applied chips as a starting point to represent the area which has gone rusty, and then use that diluted rust coloured paint to give the impression of the rust seeping out onto the top coat of the vehicle. When you get familiar and comfortable with using the paint in that fashion, you can start experimenting with some vertical streaking, pulling the paint down, cleaning the brush, and then feathering this out to give it a nice natural blend. This has taken about 2 or 3 minutes in total to achieve, and it's really added something a little bit more interesting than a few isolated chips of rust coloured paint out there on their own in the open. It's a bit important to remember though, this is acrylic paint, so once it's dry it's on there permanently, and if you need something that you can reactivate, you may want to consider using enamel effects. If you're interested in adding more detail to your models, a great way to do it is by representing all of the missing cabling and pipework that just isn't included in the base kit. But to do that, you're going to need some very fine wire to work in scale. I've recently found that computer peripherals with the cables cut off once they're broken gives access to some really thin wire, such as this piece of the gaming headset cable, which I cut off after it was broken, and that's given me meters of 0.09mm wire, which is perfect for a cable about as thick as this one in 1/35 scale. Another quick tip is when you're working with wire for your models, after you've cut it free, you can roll it under something flat like a steel ruler and it'll straighten it out, giving you the perfect starting point to bend it into the shape for your details. Please don't forget to donate to the Just Giving page to help raise money for Models for Heroes.
Well, hey.
Thank you for some great tips again.
Amazing tips.
Yeah.
So Gary's off to eat. And we have some comments.
And James is off to give his voice a little bit of rest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hobby Time says it's a shame Heinz have dropped the military manuals for their range.
Yeah.
And Wayne says good afternoon, everyone.
Hey, Wayne.
And Phil Abram says afternoon all. Gradually beating the build into shape. Yeah.
Okay, Doug. I'll throw these colours up and on the spoons that we just sprayed out for you guys, and I'll show you just a couple more. And when I was talking about that 2K, about lures, fishing lures.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, hang on. Let me get in here.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's Outlaw Paints.
Wow.
Yeah, 2K is amazing. It's
So
great stuff.
again, we'll go back to the rust.
Oh my God,
that looks
that's
amazing.
beautiful.
That's straight out of the brushes. Okay, that's the azure blue.
Ooh.
And that's the finish. That's the surface. That hasn't been cleared or anything or sanded. That's straight on the primer to the paint.
Awesome.
My
Right, yeah, that was the 2K pink pearl.
That looks amazing.
Okay, this was the German. Which one was it? We'll get the bottle. That. Hang on, Braden's getting the bottle. My memory is as good as what happened 5 seconds ago. RLM light blue. So German, what is it? Yeah, RLM light blue. That's what it is. Yeah. Hang on, give me the bottle. RLM light blue. This is another Morpheus. This is the color we've got on the range called Morpheus. What's that one? Dark caramel.
No, that's that golden.
Golden bronze?
Yeah.
This is golden bronze.
Beautiful.
This one? Marine blue?
Yeah, that's that midnight.
Midnight Mist Pearl.
Yeah.
Cool. Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah.
And this one is...
Certainly are all
This is
fantastic.
Crunch Green.
Whoa,
I can't remember what that one is.
that's lovely.
And that's all sprayed through 2mm and, as you can see, metallic, and it does not clog your airbrushes, and you don't have to mix it. So I'm going to turn the camera up. We'll put it up to Braden and me looking at you guys. I'm going to look this way. Scary. Yeah, mate, look this way. It's only a stomach if you see it. Guys, how long we got before your auction?
UK auction is 7:30 tonight.
Okay, so 6 o'clock tomorrow, Australia. Yeah, 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm going to get up at that time in the morning. It's just not right.
That's a daily occurrence for me.
Wow. But guys, thank you for letting us share time with you. Again, please reach out Jason at Outlaw Paints. If you go to outlawpaints.com, you can actually join. It doesn't matter what country you're from, and send us an email through it or a message through it, and we'll be able to chat or organise a Zoom meeting with you guys. Again, if you've got a charity over there, let us know. We might be able to do something, organise something. But getting the UK distributor so we can cut costs for you guys would be fantastic. Again, we're talking to James. He's just an amazing man. And we can't thank you enough for letting us share with you. As you can see, we're both modelers. We've both been doing the 48-hour build. Yeah, we're just here we are, and thank you.
If you give us a second, Jason, what I'll do is I'll put a link up in the chat.
Awesome, mate. Thank you so much.
It's an honour.
We had a ball.
That's great stuff, mate.
And this is us 24/7. Like we do sleep, but this is the kind of this is like we are just normal blokes. Like there's no show here. This is us. So
we will
although I'm wearing pants.
We will definitely send you a message, Jason. So.
And if you need anything for your thing in October, let me know or let us know. We'll be happy to support you.
Thank you, guys.
And if you want a label made, we can make one up for you.
Oh, wow.
Right, so the link,
thank you so much.
for Outlaw Paints is in the chat. And what I'll also do is I will put in your YouTube one.
Yeah, onlyfansjason.com.
Really?
There we go. Oh.
Ooh.
Whoa, bit of flesh. Here we go. Kids watch and go to bed. And any of you guys are car guys, one more little treat. This is a resin kit made in Australia.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Go to that'spoolballmodels.com, as seen on my channel, by the way. We make the exclusive paint set for it. And if you go to and
no, stop tempting.
Wait till you see this. You got this one. This has just been released. Have a look at the resin body on that.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, beautiful.
And these are some of the parts. Like it has a wooden floor.
Ooh.
Proper maple. That is maple timber, like it's real.
Wow.
Wheels and tires. And you've got a little box of goodies here. So what comes in this is Epigee drivetrain and suspension, auto transaxle, torque tube, bell housing, front airbag, steering rack, and rear airbags. Then you've got door skins, door inner skins, front bumpers, under bonnet covers, seat and amplifiers. Then you've got block heads, oil pan, rocker covers, supercharger inlet tube, crank pulley, steering pump, starter, AC compressor, headers, serpentine belt, and radiator. And they are quality 3D printed parts. Like, then you move on to door mirrors, headlights, tail bonnet, boot wing, bonnet hinges, hinge pins, pedals, interior mirror, steering wheel, dash, blinker, lever. So indicator, lever.
Wow. Nice.
And that comes in that kit. So you can all pull your pants back up. And fullballmodels.com. Andrew's amazing. His work is world class in every level. And his attention to detail is he's more than OCD. He's got mental problems, really. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much again. You guys take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you, guys.
See you, Jason. Talk to you soon, mate.
See you later on.
Cheers. How good are those ones? They're awesome. They're just the best. Like, how amazing is that, mate? They're just fantastic. Like, I want to go to Denmark. I want to get some clogs or something. I remember, mate. We're still on, are we? Oh, I thought we'd gone.
You guys still know that you're on, right?
Well, I want to get some Dutch donuts and some clogs.
Dutch.
I'll bring the Belgian chocolate and Trappist beer.
Oh, mate, you're in. Welcome to Australia. See you, boys. Take care.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Here we go.
Bloody hell.
I just checked their site. There is the ability of becoming a stockist. Let's see what that involves.
Careful.
Careful.
I would say too late, but
So Australian says I will definitely check out Outlaw Paints out. Very interested. Yeah, I think we all are.
I've been looking for 10 minutes through the site, and I'm not even through 1/4 of their range.
Oh. Totally Skill Model says put up the YouTube channel.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And John says to Edo, I met an old hero made of Fighter World earlier today. We immediately began talking about acronyms. I don't know for a full hour over coffee.
Acronyms is like BBC.
Acronyms, okay.
Yeah. Or M4H. Yeah.
Ah.
So,
Sorry.
abbreviations, identifications, technical jargon, all that kind of stuff that only is known to people who are actually in that world.
It's like my daughter used in a text message. You ask her something, and she put IDK, and I'm like, what? I don't know. I'm like, oh, okay.
You should ask her if you don't know.
Why don't you know?
Yeah.
How should I know if you don't know?
Yeah. So just do a quick refresh on the Just Giving page, and we are on 42%. That's £1,718. So
oh wow,
that's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Oh, did we read out Edward's comment?
There are a couple of.
We did. That's 3 or 4 up. He just says, "Afternoon, Guten Tag. Been lurking for a while. Busy deckling a Jeep while I'm waiting for the clear to dry on the howitzer."
Oh, yeah,
That's
sorry,
one of our
missed that one.
beneficiaries there. Hey, Edward. And I got Mick as well. He's coming in. Hey, Mick.
Yeah, Mick is in.
Now, Mick says he's on a break. He works in a model shop making models, so we don't like him anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in, Mick.
You're welcome. Right, guys, I'm gonna shoot off. I'm gonna have my dinner and then pick up my daughter from work. And I shall see you all at 6:30, I believe.
Okay.
Okay.
See you later.
See you later.
Have a good one. See you later, guys. Have a good one.
Bye. Enjoy.
Bye.
Oh. James is in again.
Hey. Hi, James.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Back again. How's your voice?
Sexy.
James, while you're on, we need to record a podcast. So if you're ready at 8:00 tonight, that'd be really good.
Yeah, that'd be great. I've already, in fact, lined up a new voice for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you type? Because that might be just easier on your voice.
Well,
you just type it.
I got a better idea. So yeah, don't worry. I've got yeah. We'll talk about it soon.
Okay. Well, I will.
No, I will too.
He's going to get Natasha to come do it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That would be interesting. We want to do a section where we're talking about, for want of a better phrase, modelers' widows. So maybe that's what we should do.
That would be good. Yeah. Well, what about a text-to-speech emulator? That's what you need. You know.
Oh, don't give it away, Malcolm.
Oh, okay. Well, you've given it away by saying don't give it away.
So, as no one's watching, Malcolm, let me refresh your memory. We were doing something, not that everyone else knows. One late evening, we were playing around, weren't we? Typing stuff.
All you need to say, but yes, I understand.
Okay, that's where I'm going with it. So we'll make it a humorous episode.
Okay. That'll be fun.
I hope you got auto spell on there.
Oh no, you can get AI voices that are dyslexic. It's fine.
Just put your thumbs up. That's all you need to do.
Yeah. Well, what it will be is Malcolm talking and then Malcolm explaining the interpretive dance I'm doing.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you'll be fine. Just delay it. Not a problem.
Edward says Stephen Hawking's voice is available, James.
Mhm. I am in communication with the voice, yes. So a massive thank you to Jason. Jason, if you're still watching the stream, which you shouldn't, you need to get some sleep, I would think, by now. Calm down, for God's sake. It's been amazing, honestly, but yeah. Anyway, I jumped in because I could see everybody, our admins are all busy painting and all that sort of stuff. So obviously my voice isn't brilliant, so I apologize. As Jason has just says there, James, I'm not your father. Oh, Dad. But yeah, so 55 people watching. Thank you so much. All the streams have had 50, 60 plus people, every single one. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the donations. We've got the auction coming up in the UK at 7:30 GMT time. And then obviously we've got the American auction at 7:30, whichever time zone we choose, but I can't remember which one it is at the top of my head.
I'm not sure, but I think I was talking to Steph earlier. It's about 01:30 UK time.
Yeah, I think that's right. So if you're in mountain time, it would be 2 hours before that. If you're in Eastern time, I think it's an hour before that. The other thing I hadn't taken into account was that their clocks have changed. So that could be quite interesting.
That's helpful.
I only realized it when suddenly people were talking about it myself. So kind of obvious that most people will not take heed to that.
So Ian Dalthwaite is giving me some suggestions, saying that he had an AI voice app he had to use for 3 months when he was poorly. You can preset essential phrases like "a pint of bitter, please." Okay.
That helps. That helps.
Wasn't there something on Britain's Got Talent a couple of years ago? Something voice guy.
Mm-hmm.
It was a comedian. Yeah.
Well, thank you for calling me funny. I appreciate that, Steve.
Well,
boss is here.
We.
Thank you, darling. You're only live to the internet. Don't worry.
Morning, Natasha.
Morning.
Morning. I think it's already a long time afternoon.
Oh, we were just saying actually, Malcolm and I, that we've got to record a podcast on Monday, but I can't with my voice, so you're doing it.
Yeah.
I second that.
Let's talk about perfume. It'd be great.
No, better if no comment. Yeah.
He just said he wants to talk to you about perfume.
Oh yes.
That's only changing tune, yeah.
No, honestly, just with such expensive stuff, yeah.
Oh yeah, I need expensive stuff.
Because perfume is very, very expensive compared previous years, but have perfume for men. Couple of years ago, when it was launched,
yeah.
He was number one sold for men. Only one problem: many women buying for self because it's so lovely.
Because they wanted a man.
No, and it's name of perfume Green Lava.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes all lovers go green.
And prices.
Do you work regularly, James?
You should, with that voice, James, you should certainly be advertising Green Lava.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I can advertise any green love. My email address is not quite now ready at gmail.com. Drop me a line. I can talk over anybody.
I've got my perfume here that I use, I just dab a little bit of this behind my ears, and works perfectly.
Yeah, you have some.
No, you need the smell of tea leaves, Malcolm.
Shut up.
Well, she's actually provided hot tea leaves, honey and lemon.
I don't know. You have like big plastic white bottle. Smell, bloody hell. If you want to kill someone, very easy, What is it?
It's modeler's perfume, they call it.
Oh my God, honestly, it's
the smell of glue.
Something like that, yeah.
I hope you're sleeping, guys, sometimes. I don't know, morning, night, or...
Oh, look at that. Honestly, she could be a host and everything. What a link that is. Make sure you take a break, guys. If you don't, do it now. Yeah, you can go now.
Hello, everyone. Gilbert here, Red Dragon Model Works. I was honored when Mr. James Skiffin asked me if I would record a little tips or technique video for you guys during this 48-hour build. And I kind of struggled on it. At first I was like, well, what can I show these guys that they probably don't know already? So I came up with everyone knows I airbrush. I primarily use an airbrush. I primarily use a Badger Sotar, an Omni 4000 for their Chandler. Some of you in the UK know it as the Apex. The Patriot. I have Iwatas, I have Microns, I have all that stuff. But my primary use is this guy right here for most of what I do. What I want to discuss is trigger control, muscle memory. Now, a lot of guys, and throughout the years, I've taught this to people, and it helps. What a lot of people fail to realize is it's muscle memory. The finger on the trigger, and as you pull back, it's muscle memory. So I tell people, take a couple of minutes while you're sitting down, you're watching a video or something, and just move that trigger back and forth. Just sit there with it, back and forth. Put some water in it. And just do this. Whoop. Just do this slowly, back and forth. And I can see the stream coming out. And what this does is it reteaches, it reinforces that muscle memory from here to here, and how you pull it back and forth on the needle. Even I've been airbrushing since 1984 off and on. If I'm away from an airbrush for more than, say 3-4 days, this is what I do to get that muscle memory back. I don't go into it cold and just, because there's where you end up having trouble with your control. So just before you sit down to do any kind of airbrush work, whether it be acrylics, lacquers, urethanes, whatever, just put a little water in here, in your airbrush, and just slowly go back and forth. Put a video on, listen to a song, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and just back and forth. That's all you need. If you've been airbrushing, but you walked away from it, and you go in and you pick it up cold, chances are you're gonna get some spinning. It's gonna take a couple of seconds for you to get the hang of it again. But this way, it reinforces that muscle memory. I do it. Most of the people I know do it. That are in the industry, they'll sit there and they'll just get the feel back in there. I don't care how long you've been airbrushing. Muscle memory is a thing, and if you're away from something for long enough, your brain needs to click again with the muscle memory in the fingertip. It's just like, for those of you that shoot, muscle memory. That's all it is, the squeeze of the trigger. So just do this back and forth with a little bit of water until the water's empty out of the cup, and just reestablish that finger control, that memory control, the brain to the finger to the airbrush, and you'll be a happy camper. The other thing I want to mention is airbrush cleaner. Now, everybody knows I make my own acrylic. Keyword, acrylic, airbrush cleaner. It's this. It's jokingly referred to as Jesus juice. Thank you, Norm Lajoie. He's the one that named it many years ago. I didn't name it that, but the name stuck. And what it is 1 part isopropyl alcohol, 1 part windshield washer fluid, the rest is distilled water. You can add ammonia to it. Now, ammonia does not hurt your airbrush. It will not destroy the finish. Ammonia is probably the best airbrush cleaner out there. The problem people have with it is they'll let it sit overnight, and that's where you run into trouble. If you run some ammonia through it, it's not going to hurt it as long as you clean it out right away. I add a cap full of ammonia to my windshield washer fluid, or to my Jesus juice. I also add sometimes a cap full of crud cutter. Those of you in the U.S. know what that is, crud cutter. I'll add a little bit of that into it and just shake it up real good, and that's a good for soaking the airbrush. So I hope you guys are enjoying your 48-hour build. Happy birthday to the Models Officer Mess, James Skiven. You honor me by allowing me to do this. Thank you very much. You guys enjoy your 48-hour build. Enjoy your models. Enjoy airbrushing, guys. This is Gilbert saying peace.
The dancing queens I saw in the corner there. Lovely. Oh, there you go. So, we're just running very quickly towards the 3-hour mark of this section. There we go. I've been joined by my cat now, who's feeling poorly as well.
Oh.
Yeah, bless her. I don't know what's up with her.
You got a Maine Coon, don't you, James?
Yeah, and that's what's sitting on my lap. She's off her food at the moment, so don't know why. It's not normal. It's not a normal thing for this particular cat. But she's obviously picked up a bug too. Probably cuddling me too much. I've probably passed something to her. Terrible dad. Anyway. So Neil is just saying there that, James, I'm drinking out of the same mug. Oh, well, it's a very nice mug. But don't jump up about it too much, because Jason gets very quite upset every time I drink from that mug in front of him. So
what mug is that?
Oh, it's this one here. It's my Spitfire mug.
Ah, I see.
Look at that cat looking at the cup for, hey.
Hey, why are you drinking out of that cup? Atol's there saying, now, James, I thought you were a demon? Denim man. A denim man or lavender sweet. Oh, I got you. Sorry. We went perfume, didn't we? You'd be amazed what I've got. Yes. Jason thinks I'm very much an old Spice man. Used to be. Long time ago. Yeah, Jason, I've seen the email. It went ping. I haven't answered it yet, but I will do. As you can see, he is still watching because he's seen the cup. Yeah, there you go. I'm just having a quick look. Jason is just saying, what do English people know about soap? Well, sometimes when you go to model shows, you wonder that question yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's an international thing. if I'm honest. Lewis is just telling me you're really quiet, James. Can you speak up, please?
Oh, you're so mean.
Okay, it's fine. I just remember I've got that big red button. So when you join the stream next,
He's going to be banned for life.
no, he won't be. Bless him. To be honest, he's the babysitter, so I can't really upset the babysitter. So there you go. It's been quite an intensive couple of streams with chats and unscripted stuff from Jason that we weren't aware that we would be doing. So that's been pretty cool. I think it's been quite informative.
Yeah.
My wife would be so pleased with talking perfume. So as I was just saying now, I still have a full bottle of Brut 77 uncracked. Could be worth a fortune, yeah.
Smell
Very
like
much so. Yeah. I have my hobby and my wife has hers, and hers is very much perfume.
Does she try and push perfume onto you?
Yeah.
I've the times that I've met you, I don't distinctly remember you smelling nice. Not that you didn't smell nice.
Dan doe dat eigenlijk eerst even.
Well, that's sort of a backhanded comment.
Sorry, Miranda, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, sorry. I was talking to Stefan if he put up some pictures yet, and he said no. I didn't have time for it, so I said to him, "Well, it's about time that you put up some pictures."
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah,
I was a little bit busy with this little girl in front of the Lancaster.
The nose art. Yeah,
the nose art. I will take some pictures and put it on the.
It's taking you a bit of time, is it, Stefan?
What do you say?
Is it taking you time?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, who'd have thought?
Yeah.
I had the last night and the first night I had really 8 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Per night. So yeah, I think I've done it pretty good.
Yeah, but he was fighting with his model, so.
I think, to be honest with you, Stefan, you've done an amazing job. I can't see any wires. You hid them really well.
Yeah, but I must say, Miranda was here with a big baseball bat. If I won't go to bed, she would hit me with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's okay.
I'm looking for the cap for where the old smoke machine liquid goes into.
Yeah, but
the backside.
I had no time for this. This time,
no surprises.
It was no surprises. It is really, really hard work to get it finished in time, and I have to say this part, the fuselage and the tail section, it was pretty good, but the wings, they were a total disaster. Really a total disaster.
Nightmare. He was cursing a lot, so.
No problem.
You'll be fine. You'll get it over the line.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it doesn't matter.
No, if it's not today, then it's next week or the week after that. But I will finish it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna look lovely anyway. You've done a great job that I've seen so far.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. My model is hung up now. It's I won't be doing any more to it, unfortunately. Just purely that I can't concentrate long enough to do anything to it. So we'll finish that at another point. That's not a problem.
It was looking really good.
Yeah, it's definitely getting there. I might tinker with a few auxiliary bits and pieces. just because I could delete the motorbike bit out of the album and no one will know. So, yeah, but yeah, it will be done. It's not a problem. John Molly's saying he loves the Lancaster. Looks awesome.
Thank you.
That's always saying I can't put up pictures on Facebook as I'm banned for life for committing US Marine drill instruction detailing with new recruits. So, yeah, that's fine. You can always email them to me and I'll put them up on your behalf.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. So there you go. So in the chat, how many of those in the chat are actually doing any modelling and what's your progress? Tell us what's going on.
So I've learned something.
What have you learned?
I've learned that being tired full of coffee, it's not good when you're trying to paint fine details like road wheels.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It was much to be covered in mud.
Oh, I was back.
Like the entire thing, like the entire mud covered tank.
Well,
But anyway.
considering that they really go through a lot of muddy fields. you
Yeah,
can
that's
go
true. You.
Yeah, you must be tired actually because you with the Americans yesterday. What time did you go to bed?
5:30.
Oh my God, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But I was enjoying it, and it was a really good, fun stream, and it was good company, and you know they needed some supervising, you know. So I stayed up, and what happened was I just ended up getting into a really good flow. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I was painting this dude, and it was coming out really well, so I didn't want to stop. So that's why. But I'm not moaning.
He's looking awesome. I got to be honest.
Yeah, thank
you.
Yeah.
When you're in the
I
flow,
mean,
you're in the flow.
in fairness, Malcolm, how you managed to get the tea stains like that around the green, which is brilliant.
Sorry, James, you broke up a bit there. Oh, I see why. I screwed up all my speakers out.
Tea stains, he said.
I
How
said
did
that
you do them?
the tea stains around the green on the sides there look great.
Yeah, I thought you might have dared talked about tea. I'm sure you wouldn't have done that. I'm sure you wouldn't have done. There's no way you would have done that. Not a good friend like James.
Not a good friend like me. I wouldn't do such a thing. Absolutely. So yeah. So give us a look because you are full screen right now.
Oh, sorry. I was head down. There we go. Can't even see if I've got my super glasses on. So is that in focus there?
Yeah. That's good enough.
Yeah. So this is all hairsprayed at the top here, and I'm going to put a whitewash on later, and I'm just doing the road wheels badly. So I'm going to have to redo those, but a little bit. But yeah, I've just done the tracks as well. I haven't done any painting of the details inside at all. I just went to straight to painting and building. You're supposed to paint it as you go along. Instructions ask you, but I'm not going to do that. So I just enjoyed painting it, building it, and then I'll paint it later. Yeah, this is me. And then the little guy I'm really pleased with. This is why I was up late. I was giving this guy all his details and bits and pieces. It's really the Zenith that did it. Zenith really worked well. I think perhaps the shadow's a bit too strong, but screw it. It's nice on its own. I just went round and just added a bit of weather into his feet and his trousers, and then I added some seam lines in that didn't exist, just to give the coat a bit of life. And yeah, the paints I used were speed paints, ones I use on Warhammer stuff. It's come out really well. So I need to do his face. He looks a bit pasty and white, so I need to do his face, give him a 5 o'clock shadow, rosy cheeks. I'm not looking forward to doing the pupils. Joking, I'm not going to do the pupils. But yeah, otherwise he's kind of done.
Excellent.
And the other bit was the base. What's that called? Yeah. And this base went together really, really quickly too.
Yes, I saw that last night. That looks cool.
Yeah, so it's like a bit of everything. a bit of flock from stones, lumps of polystyrene just to build up the height, and then that AK stuff I got years ago, wet ground it's called. And then I'm going to put snow on it. I haven't worked out what snow I'm going to use yet, but I've got some heavy gel stuff.
Quick marks.
Heavy gel gloss, and I'm going to mix that up with some paint, white paint, and I've got like a pearlescent paint here somewhere. Here it is. Thought I might dab a few bits on those just so it glints in the sunlight.
Oh,
maybe. But that's we'll see if we get that far.
Shiny.
And that's me.
Cool. Well, as we're highlighting people, let's go around and just see where everyone's at. Let's go over to Dominic. Where are you up to, fella?
Yeah, I was done yesterday with my model. It was a really easy model. What I did this morning, I little bit of wash on it. You cannot see it on the camera, I think. A little bit of black stripes. Make it a little bit dirty, not too much. And the other side too. And I make yesterday the little stand. But I am not happy with the fit of the stand. He is a little bit. It's not on the
Not
right
straight.
way. Yeah. He's a little bit to one side, and that's not what I want. There's maybe I change that in the future, but for now I am happy with it. And he is done. And what I do tomorrow, I think tomorrow that's better for the wash. The acrylic wash was not a great idea. Dus I changed it to the oils what I used for the wash. That's better. And now can I dry to tomorrow. And tomorrow I do the one flat coat. Flat coat, I think. Yeah, it's flat. Yeah, flat. Flat coat on it, and then he is done. Dus now I do a couple of hours. I do a little bit. I start a couple of weeks ago. I start with this car. It's a Bosch Mustang. And I make a little wide body on it. And the plan is to make a little drag strip car. I talked with my brother yesterday. No, not yesterday. Thursday was my brother here, and he helping with problems with my scooter. I had on flat tire, and I talked with him, and he know a lot of cars and muscle cars, and I say, what can I do? He say, maybe you can make an intercooler on the front. You can make a twin turbo. You can doing on the backside a little parachute thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and he said that's a really great idea. Maybe you can make a little small diorama from it with the lights on the red, the orange, and the green. And the green you start. Dus that's really funny. Maybe I do that. And he said you have the wrong wheels and the wrong tires. I say, oh, I don't know. Tell me what I need. And we look on the website, and he helping me with a couple of things. And we go end of the month. We go to another store with the car. He have a driver license. I not. And we go buy for that stuff there. And he helped me a little bit. He is not a model builder. He make his own car. His car is a really old Honda Civic from 1992.
Yeah.
And he did everything on his car. There was a little bit rust on it, and he fixed it. He painted. He do everything. Engine stuff, brakes, everything. He fixed it. So he know a lot of cars, and he helping me with a little bit with detailing on my muscle car.
Nice.
Cool. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a little thing in me. Life.
Right. Okay. So let me quickly nip over to our next participant. How you getting on, Dieter?
Well, I'm touching up, as you can see, the NATO black.
Mm-hmm.
And I also remembered that in my Hataka painting sets, I have a cherry red. Now, where the hell did I put it? Oh, there. A cherry red bottle, which actually is the kind of red that I needed for the spine and the tail section.
Right.
So it's not coating, because for the simple reason there's going to be a decal over it anyhow. So I focus mainly on the areas that will not have a decal, like the air intake here, the root of the vertical stabilizer, so that is on. And then I continued to use a bit of NATO black of my spray can that I put in the top, in the lid.
Yep.
And then with a small brush, just go over all the places that I still need to cover. The landing gear is in place, as you can see. Complete with the decals on the doors.
Right.
Yeah. So once I have done that, I still have to put a few antennas underneath the nose. And then it's decals.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, bear with me a second. Just doing a little bit of admin. Okay, so
are you at the same speed as Nat is? Because I know you're doing the same thing. Do you know where Nat is in the same level?
I know that she was doing a primering thing, and last night she basically went about the masking all wrong. So I think that we're pretty much tight right now.
Okay, cool.
So I've just realised that this particular episode was meant to finish at 12:30 UK time, and we've overrun a little bit.
Whoops.
So what we're going to do is we're going to finish off this one now. 15 minutes or so, and we'll start up the next part. We may start it, but we won't be there. We're going to make sure everyone takes a break before we get going. So all of you in the chat, thank you very much. You got 15 minutes or so to go and get yourself something to eat, get yourself, stretch your legs, whatever. And then we'll kick off with the question of how you're getting on, because I know some of you have answered and I've not read it out. But we'll do that in the next part. So we're going to call that quits right now. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next part. Be good.
Thanks, James.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Thanks, James.